to convert here is awful. Yeah. This is gonna be a molding stream. I'm sure people already knew that, but this is gonna be a serious molding stream from now on. Okay, this line I used to play myself back in the good old so-called days. I've had this as black against Vichy, for instance. Usually white is a little bit better. B3 maybe? Black usually has to go queen b6 at some point and exchange queens, and then, you know, there's not much, but there's a bishop pair. Okay, we'll take it. Bishop d3. C4. There's bishop a6 and then d5, I think. So I'll try bishop e3. Thinking if this. I can win a tempo with c4 later on. Maybe I'll go knight c3. This way. Rook fc1, there's still knight b4. I think I could do it. I can go c4 though. Knight b4, bishop e2. d5. I'm definitely a bit better here. Bishop a6, I got a3. Knight c6, cd5, and I should be better. Another line I'm thinking of here is dc4, bishop c4, bishop d5, trying to exchange, then I'll go a3, bishop c4, ab4, bishop b3, rook c8, and then ba5 with a better endgame. Obviously that point is pretty moot now that he's gone king f8. So if a3, knight c6, cd5, he's got knight d4. Line doesn't necessarily end there, but I don't think it's too promising for me. Yeah, let's go a3. Let's play bishop e3. If he goes d4, I go back and I start pushing these pawns. That should be much better. And bishop a6, I got cd. Maybe I should play dc4. bc4, I think. Rook b1 later on. I'm definitely better. Question is how much. Wait a sec, maybe I could have gone c5 here. Yeah, I guess it doesn't matter now. c5. Okay, never mind. Just play it cool for the moment. I have a very nice positional edge. Let's go here, intending c5, then b4. I think he has to take a c4 or now at some point. Maybe bishop a6 was a good move. Yeah, if I go c5, then he blocks. That's no good. Yeah, let's take on a5. At least I do get a passed outside pawn here, like I had in one of the previous games. Do I want dark squared or light squared bishop? It's not actually obvious to me which one I want. Okay, let's go for the light squared one. I'm running out of time, so. I think rook a8 and he should hold. Yeah, he's definitely holding out to rook a8. I should have exchanged one pair of rooks. I assume this is fine as well. Probably exchange now. Knight f5? What the hell is that? He's not getting the knight where he wants. No, this was no good. Knight d7. d7, but I got rook d7. This rook ending is massively advantageous for me. I feel like this must be winning. Okay, let's exchange this one first. It's not winning, is it? No, it's not winning. Okay. Maybe I needed to go immediately. Maybe it wasn't that clear. Okay, so I won the first game where I was lost, and then I've been winning in the next three. Or at least close to winning in the next three, and I haven't won any of them. Go figure, huh? Wonder what he wants. Okay, he wants to close Sicilian. Yeah, it's fine by me. As I said, he's a maneuvering player, so it's really not a surprise that he wants kind of a quiet position. Let's go e5. Draw rate feels like the candidates, yeah. Welcome to slow blitz. Molding and throwing. Oh, this is interesting. This I had with white against Wojtaszek in the Olympiad in Tromsø in 2014. I don't think I played f4 that early though. Can you somehow play? I think you probably can go bishop h3 and ef4. Yeah, I think you can. And then d5. Okay, so gf. Now we got queen b6 maybe. I think I've seen something like this before. Maybe also d5 is fine. It's maybe a bit of an overreaction to his opening play. But I think it's fine. Bishop g2 maybe. Putting pressure here. Okay, he just takes. Interesting. I'll have to take twice, of course. And if I can get moves like rook a, d8 and b6 to neutralize the pressure on this diagonal, then I should be fine. Yeah, bishop h3 and all this probably wasn't great. But it's fine. I missed this one. Not sure it's a big deal, but I definitely missed it. Ah, this is fine. Just take, and then I go bishop e5. Maybe I'll take with the rook, actually, and put the rook on d8. Oh, let's keep it simple. Take with the knight. Rook e3, I'll go rook e7. d4, I'll take, knight c6. Okay. Guess there's nothing better for him. Here I'm at least completely fine. Knight c6. Okay, let's just go knight d5. Seems easier. Rook d8. It's probably just going to be a draw, to be fair. Maybe you can try for something slight with this bishop, but I doubt it. And besides in Blitz, getting tricked by the knight is a serious problem potentially. Okay, now rook d2. Yeah, you can go take a7, but this is just a draw. As long as I can get the rook behind the pawn and yeah. And he cannot activate his king, I'm fine. And here I got knight d4. Maybe a bishop, no, bishop e2, there was knight e2 and then knight c3. And here I'm very slightly better, but obviously it's a draw. But I'll try and give him a slightly hard time. I mean, all of these 3 against 2s are drawn, but his a-pawn isn't of much use. Maybe, okay, so that's the first concession, at the very least. That's a little something. Now, my rook is technically the one that's passive, but I don't know if that is the case in practice. So rook e4, a4. No, I can't do anything there. Yeah. My rook will be passive, so this is just a draw. Quite a straightforward one at that. We have to be very, very slightly careful. Just, okay. Go this way. Draw, 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 draw. Okay, let's see if I can win again with white. He usually goes for some variation of the Slav. Let's see which one he has in store today. So we'll have the semi-Slav. Let's go bishop g5. See what he's got. Knight bd7. Oh, he goes for the Cambridge Springs. It's not a bad opening, but he has suffered a bit in these lines. So which one do I want to go for? I'll go cd5. Knight d5. This is the old main line, and then rook c1 is the new move. I think. Yeah, so the point here is usually white would go queen d2, but then the more modern move is just to omit that and go a3 immediately. So b6, what's the point here for white? So queen d2, I think, just transposes to normal lines, no? Generally, if you take on a3, just white gets e4 and very good compensation with the bishop pair. Yeah, I don't remember this. So we'll just play normal. H6 is useful since the bishop is a little bit worse on h4 since it has only one diagonal rather than two to work on. I had this ending as black against Georg Meyer once. In the Dresden Olympiad in 2008. I think I also had it against Ivanchuk in 2009 in Leon in Rapid as white. Both of those games were drawn, but I was definitely worse against Meyer at some point. Also, there were some titanic battles that Shirov had in this line as black. I think both against Kramnik and Aronian, he was defending these positions. And I feel like I've seen Artemiev play them as well. Generally, white is a little bit better, but black holds. I'm not sure. Knight d6, I think I'll go bishop g3 and then a4 maybe? Let's just go a4. I'm probably gonna get hanging pawns here eventually in the center on c4 and d4 after he's taken, and then the a4 lever is important, either forcing him to take so that the c pawn is passed, or that I can take on b6 and create a weak pawn on b6. Okay, so he just castles. Interesting. He wants a quick rook fd8 with counterplay. So I feel like people normally castle here as white and not king e2. I don't really know why, so I'm gonna go king e2. I feel like yeah, the king, there might be enough pieces here in the center that the king doesn't belong there. But I could see things opening up here in a way, and like we have in some previous games, since it's really becoming a theme as well, that I'm playing with the bishop pair in almost every game somehow against his knights. I mean, he is very good at handling the knights, but so I feel like my bishops should eventually prevail in a few of these games. Yeah, let's go g4 maybe. Anticipating knight d6. Oh, knight d7. It's a little bit surprising to me. Now I can potentially go knight e4 at some point. Okay, a5. I think if he takes it, I got knight b3 and knight c5. Question is whether I can hold on to everything here in the center, because if I can hold on, then I'm gonna be much better strategically. Knight c6, then I take, rook b1. Knight g6 is a surprising move. Okay, let's go. Don't know if I should go bishop e3. Okay, let's go bishop e3. It seems a bit saner. Clearly I have to speed up. This is gonna be another potential time trouble game. Yeah, rook b2, rook b1. He's got some annoying tricks. Knight g2 he's got. He could also have taken on d4 there first. Yeah, I lost control here. K4, no. I think you should have gone knight h4. No, I think I'm doing great. e5, rook b6, rook d8, knight b3. He's got knight g2 though. Just getting a bit out of hand. He gives up a piece, but he doesn't have enough compensation here. Okay. Let's go back, try and consolidate. King g2. King g3. This is still not at all an easy conversion, even though I'm a piece up. Can I go knight c5? Probably not. Okay, we'll have to go here then. Knight d2, let's go trade. Take it. Oh. 96, he has to try and at least keep some pieces here. But now I think knight c4, I'm winning. f6, bishop d5. Otherwise I just take. Yeah. Good! I think he had a better position at some point, but what can I say? I got it eventually. So win, 4 draws, win. This is classical chess, you know. Pick up a win here and there. That's all you can ask for, really. Okay, let's go e6. Okay, bishop g5. Just wanted to play a hedgehog type of position. Let's go c5 then. Trade on d4, bishop e7. Too much BS in chat, somebody's saying. Can't argue with that. Okay, there are some more aggressive ways to set up with bishop f6 there, but I deferred castling a little bit in order to possibly be able to castle queenside in case he starts attacking on the king side. Now this is generally quite solid for black. I don't love the fact that I've played h6, so I might want to put the bishop around. But yeah, you can't have it all. Probably gonna end up, yeah, setting up a hedgehog structure. So that's the one I got now. Why is this color keep changing? It's kind of funny. Okay, let's go knight h5, trade a little bit. Generally speaking, I'm doing fine. Slightly worse because of the space, but my position is very very solid, and potentially I do have a couple of pawn breaks with e5 and b5. Now I'll just trade. Knight f6 back. And yeah, life is, if not good, then at least decent. Queen f4. Don't know what that does. It's attacking this one, but I'll go b5. And then I'm also covering that square. I think he's playing a little bit softly here. Now I get queen b7, and I think structurally I have a slight advantage, since I will be able to create some kind of minority attack on the queen side, and compared to normal queen side Carlsen structures, my pawn is still on d6, not on d5, and that means that these squares are covered for his knight, and that makes my position a little more flexible. You can also exchange queens, but let's not rock the boat. So how to progress now? Rook a4 is interesting. b3, I will view that as a weakness and maybe just go back. Otherwise, I want to take over the a file, and whenever he takes ba4, this pawn becomes weak. So I'm trying to exchange everything on the queen side here, more or less, and then just potentially have the better pawn structure with these 4 or 5 against these 5 or 4 if we exclude the c3 and d6 pawns, which may also be exchanged eventually. Yeah, okay, I'll take rook a8. So if I go rook a8, he has got c4, which is annoying me. Yeah, let's just take. And rook a8. If he takes, queen b5, queen a1. These damn arrows again. Queen a1, knight f1. What's going wrong here? Never mind. Knight f1, queen c3, queen b8, king h7, queen d6, knight, queen b3, blah blah blah. Yeah, slightly better. Vlad is certainly taking his time now. Okay, knight f1. Interesting. Yeah, let's go knight d5. Queen c3, queen b5, knight c3 looks good. Also c4, knight f4 probably wins a pawn. So he has to go g3, I believe. Which he duly has done. Maybe I just have nothing here. I got nothing. Nothing is what I have. Damn it. Yeah, I probably don't have anything. I'm somewhat up on time at least. Let's exchange. Try and pretend that his pawn is a bit weak. '92, I think. Maybe d5, cd. It's too little. This is probably also too little. Might be 5, g4 maybe. Yeah, I'm not at all better. Okay, draw.